us about an AWS end-to-end project called South Indian Wedding Jewelry Online Explore, where we could explore wishlist and shop the jewelry items. So coming to project description, a jewelry brand called Sri Ananda Jewelers has elevated its digital strategy by launching a cloud-powered virtual jewelry exhibition and e-commerce platform tailored exclusively for showcasing South Indian wedding jewelry, hosted on Amazon EC2 and integrated with AWS DynamoDB. The platform provides a rich immersive online experience where users can explore curated jewelry collections and have favorite items, so and engage with interactive features. A standout component is a jewelry quiz which educates users on traditional designs while offering the opportunities to earn discount coupons. These coupons are securely stored in DynamoDB under each user's profile and can be redeemed at checkout. The platform also features a wishlist, a shopping cart, and a secure checkout system, making it a complete e-commerce website with a friendly interface built using Flask and AWS services handling backend scalability and data storage. So this platform ensures a seamless, personalized and rewarding shopping journey for customers across the globe. So this is the replica of real-time websites like Carrot Lane which sells gold and diamonds. And the main standard thing for this project is a jewelry quiz, which also give education, also a discount coupons. That is very business strategy to attract the users to make them buy the jewelry. And coming to scenarios, one virtual jewelry exploration and wish list. So our user logs into the Sri Ananda Jewelers platform hosted on Amazon EC2 while exploring the stunning South Indian wedding jewelry collections. They come across a traditional Kasumala necklace and add it to their wish list. So the action is recorded in DynamoDB, linking the item securely to the user's profile. This enables the user to revisit and manage their wish list at any time, aiding in the future purchase decision. Coming to scenario 2, participating in the jewelry quiz. After exploring the exhibition, the user participates in the jewelry quiz, answering questions related to the cultural significance and styles of South Indian bridal jewelry. Upon successful completion, the user earns a 10% discount coupon, which is automatically saved to their profile in DynamoDB. The coupon appears on the user's dashboard and is also sent via email, and it is ready for redemption. And coming to scenario 3, adding wishlist items to cart and purchasing with coupon. So now the users are excited by the quiz reward. So the user returns to their wish list and moves the saved Kasumala necklace to their shopping cart. So they proceed to checkout where the earned discount coupon is automatically applied to their purchase. The entire shopping and discount application process is securely handled using data stored in DynamoDB, completing a full cycle e-commerce experience. And here we are followed by AWS architecture. This completely explains us about the flow of the website. Comes first accessing all the web pages and backend and the usage of services. Here we are using AWS EC2 for deployment of our website publicly and AWS DynamoDB for data storage and more thing AWS IAM for secure access control. And coming to entity relationship diagram, also called ER diagram, will completely explains us about the database. We are going to have two tables in our DynamoDB database. One is users table and other is wishlist table. Users table will store the information about a user and wishlist table will store the information about the user who stored what item to their wish list. And now main important thing is prerequisites. Here to start our website or to build our website we need few prerequisites. That is, first we need to have a AWS account set up. If you don't have any AWS account set up, we will guide you how to create one, or else if you don't want to create one AWS account, from our end we will also provide you with the IAM accounts where you could access via Trovan. Okay, and next prerequisite is understanding IAM, Identity Access Management, which is very much important. You have to understand why it is needed in our project. And third, Amazon EC2 basics, that is must, and followed by DynamoDB basics, and last one it is Git. You have to understand and have idea that how to access files in Git or how to upload files into the Git. You need to have idea about it. Okay, because from Git only we are going to upload all our backend files into GitHub. From there only we are going to give connection to our AWS services to access the backend files. So you need to have idea about GitHub also, and you need to have one GitHub account also. There you need to create a repository and there you need to upload all your files. And followed by project workflow. This is the complete workflow which we are going to follow to set up our project. First we need to have a AWS account. If you don't have, don't worry, we will provide you one. And second, DynamoDB database creation and setup. To store data we need to create tables. That setup we are going to do in DynamoDB, and followed by backend development and application setup that we are going to build using Flask and web technologies. And next we need to set up IAM role, followed by EC2 instance setup, and at last testing and final deployment. Okay, we will follow the steps one by one to build our project. So our first milestone is AWS account setup. If you have one, simply log in, or else create one and log in, or else we will provide you with one account. You can log into that. So this is login setup. If you are done, this milestone 2 is very much important. That is tells about DynamoDB database creation and setup. Here it is asking us in the AWS console, search for DynamoDB and create a new table to store user data including registration details, wishlist and quiz results. So now we will just open AWS management console and set up DynamoDB database. If you see, this is AWS management console, this is the root account, and even other IAM accounts also will look similar, but the access of services will be limited in IAM account compared to root. So here what they ask to set up DynamoDB tables. In search bar we have to type for DynamoDB and click on the DynamoDB, and it will navigate us to DynamoDB dashboard. If you see, this is DynamoDB dashboard. Here on left side you can see tables, right? Click on that. Here if you click on it, this page will show up. Here you can see create table, right? You have to click on it. Here you have to give your table name. For in our case, our first table name is users, and we need to have a partition key, that is, let's choose it as email, and type will be string only, and remaining each and everything will be default. And if you click on create table, that will create you one. It it is creating the user table. And one more table we have, that is wishlist table. Here we have to create wishlist, and here same partition key will be main type string, and here sort key is important. In before in users table, sort key is not important and it is optional, and here in this case also it is optional, but for our website a sort key is needed because a single user will add multiple items into his or her wish list. So while adding, if he don't mention any separate ID or sort key, what will happen is the second item which he is adding will override the first one which he or she already added. So to ignore those type of problems, we will add sort keys. For instance, in this case, we'll just say item ID and the name will be string. So if we add sort key and create table, in the similar way it will create us the tables. Then done. We have successfully completed setup in DynamoDB. So here in document also we have mentioned the same thing. Wishlist table, partition key and sort key. Okay. And coming to milestone 3. Here we have successfully built DynamoDB tables. Now we have to follow by milestone 3, that is backend development and application setup, which is very important because in this step only we are going to build a complete website. Here if you see, here you can see our file explorer, the arrangement of web pages. So let me open the code. Here you can see, right, South Indian jewelry. This is the folder. Here we need to have two subfolders. One is statics and template. Here static will store all the related images and the styling code, and templates will store all the web pages, all the HTML pages. Here we have multiple HTML pages we are going to use. That could be order page, register page, login page, virtual exhibition. Virtual exhibition here nothing but exhibiting the jewelry from in the platform. Exhibition, like exhibiting the jewelry from store in that website. We are going to have virtual exhibition and wishlist page, and here you can see applications.py, right? That is very important because that complete Flask we are going to arrange here only. So for this, first we need to, if you see, we also have one more requirements.txt. Here we have to mention all the modules which we are using in our project. We have to mention here because if we load directly this requirements.txt in EC2 terminal, then it will directly import all the related packages instead of doing one by one. And coming to application.py, this is the complete main code which is handling complete website. Here we first need to import all the necessary libraries, followed by we have to initialize Flask app. Then this is main connection of DynamoDB. If you see here, we have loaded a package called Boot03. That is the main library which helps us in connecting our AWS services with our Flask app backend. So using that Boot03 only, we have connected DynamoDB, AWS DynamoDB in the region. If you see, we have created our tables in specific region. So that region we have to mention here DynamoDB, and we are storing completely that in this DynamoDB variable. Boot03.resource is the function which we are going to use to connect our DynamoDB from AWS console to Flask. And here we are defining DynamoDB tables. That is user table and wishlist table are the variables which are storing user table and wishlist table from DynamoDB. If you see, these are the exact names which we have created in the DynamoDB console while building the project. So same names without in a space gap. You have to give them here. And if you see, we have, while creating tables, we have just mentioned a table name that could be users or users table or wishlist or wishlist table, and then we have given some partition key sort key, and then we are done with that setup. What about other items or other columns? If it is users table, we have just mentioned email. What about users name, users password, number of logins is attempted? Each and everything we are going to set up in backend Flask app only. So if you see, this is the root for home, here this is the root for registration page. If you see, users table is the variable which we have stored users table. Here dot put item is the function which tells the table that you have to, with email as a partition key, you have to create other attributes also called username, hashed password and login count, and these things will be stored over there, and followed by login root, users table, add to wishlist, and here add to wishlist also storing some items, that email as a partition key, item id as the sort key, and there it is storing item name, item details and added date also. And next we have wishlist root. Here also it is storing data like email and email id each and everywhere, and next followed by virtual exhibition. Even here it is storing, like it is fetching items. Here it is also fetching year, month, date, hour, minutes and second, like at what time, at what date, at what minute and what second the items got added in wishlist. It is adding over here. And next we have quiz root, next followed by checkout root, and next finally we have checkout items root at the end, order, logout, and this run the Flask app. It is very important because the networks we are going to use, we are going to mention it. Here I am using HTTP as my port, so the port number for it is 80, and host, even while you are building your code should be in this format only, then only the EC2 terminal going to accept your backend, or else you will face issues. So the debugging should be true, port should be 80, or else if you want to use a default port from Flask, you could use it, that is 5000, and port should be, the host should be the same. So if you are done with setting your backend like this, then you are successfully done with your milestone 3 also. Then we have to follow our next milestone. Even in document we have mentioned the same things. And our next milestone will be IAM role setup, which is very important. We need this step because we are giving EC2 to access our DynamoDB, or else if you have any notifications you can mention SNS, simple notification system. Here in this case it is completely optional. So to give access to EC2 to access other services, we need IAM role setup. For that, what we need to do is, once again we need to go to AWS Management Console. Over there in search bar, type for IAM, or else you can select from here also. Either you can search in search bar or select from your home screen. And this is the dashboard of IAM, which is identity and access management. And left side you can see roles here, right? Click on it. These are the previous roles which we have, and if you want to create a new one to give permission to EC2 to access DynamoDB, just click on create role. Here in trusted entity type, just choose AWS service. In use case, choose EC2 and click on next. And coming to permission policies, we only need DynamoDB full access, so click on that and next. And coming to role name, just give some name like EC2 and DynamoDB, and description allows EC2 instance to. And then here you can see in step 2 added permissions case, you can see the DynamoDB full access. Here we have given EC2 to access DynamoDB completely, and if you click here create role, that will successfully create your role. And if you see here a role with this name have already created, so a role name with this name already exists. So I do already have the role which already created to give permissions to EC2 to access DynamoDB. So I'm not creating once again, else I'll show you. If you see here EC2 DynamoDB, this is the role which we have created already. So that is the same process we have followed to create IAM role, which you can also follow. And next, if you're done with that setup, you are successfully done with milestone 4 also. Next, the step is EC2 instance setup. And before creating an EC2 instance, you need to do one more step, that is load your Flask app and HTML files into GitHub repository. First you need to have a GitHub account. There you need to create one repository that you have to name and add all your backend files into that in the same format. And next, after creating, you will get a code button. Here you can see it. Similarly, you will get a code button. If you click on it, you will get a HTTPS URL. Just copy it and paste it somewhere, because that is the only URL we are going to use to clone all the HTML pages, all the files to EC2 instance to launch our website publicly. Once you are done with that, what you need to do is in search bar you have to type for EC2 and select EC2 over there. So this is the dashboard of EC2. On left side you can see instances, right? Click on it. Here just click on launch instance, give a name according to our website. I'm just giving, let's say, jewelry website. Here coming to AMI selection, Amazon machine image, you have only two options to select, either Amazon Linux or Ubuntu, because these are only two AMIs available which are in free tier. So here for our project we have choose Amazon Linux, which is eligible for free tier. And coming to instance type, choose only t2.micro, which is again free. And coming to key pair, we have multiple already. If you don't have one, create one. Just click on create new key pair, give one name. Let me give it Jewel. Can't include, okay, I'm removing the space. And key pair type should be RSA and file format should be .pem. If you click on it, create key pair, it will load it into your local system. and from here you can choose jewel. And next very important step is network settings. So this is the main important thing. Here you have to click on edit, and for VPC if you don't have anything, it will be show default one. Just select it and submit also. And here at the last you can see add security group rule. So if you remember, while discussing about backend, we have discussed our port range is 80 and port type is HTTP. So same thing we have to choose here also, that is our type is HTTP, protocol TCP, and port range 80, and source type is anywhere. So if you done selecting all this, so you have successfully built your network settings also. Or else if you choose other default ports like 5000, what you need to do is, instead of HTTP, like let me show you, here it should be custom TCP only. Here you have to choose 5000, and same source type should be anywhere only. So if you are done with all these setups and click on launch instance, it will create you a EC2 instance. I am not going to create now. I'll just show you in the document. The same procedure we have followed from here. Here we have successfully created one instance, and after that the main point is you have to connect your already created IAM role with your EC2 instance. For that what you need to do is, here if you see, you have to select the instance and click on the instance ID, and it will open you this page. After that, here in actions space, click on actions button, then followed by security, and you have to select modify IAM role. So if you choose modify IAM role, it will navigate you to this page. There you could select the IAM role which you have created and update IAM role. Then it will successfully update you with your EC2 instance. Then now you have to connect your EC2 instance with the files which you have created for backend. For that, from here once again choose your instance. Here you can see connect button, right? Click on it, and here this should be in active state, running state. Instance state should be in running state, and then it will take you to this page. If you click on connect and once again click on connect button, and this is the terminal for EC2 instance using Amazon machine image as Amazon Linux. And here what you need to do is, you have to run all these commands one by one to load all necessary packages, git, python, flask, bootstrap, all other libraries which we have used in backend. Then just check for the versions of them, and now you have to clone your files from GitHub to terminal in this method, then followed by directory. If you run the flask application sudo python3 application.py, it will successfully run your website publicly. Here you can see the public IP, right? 13.201.74.42. That is your IP or link which you could navigate to your website. Just copy paste in a browser and it will open your South Indian wedding jewelry website, and successfully we have deployed our website publicly, and these are the web pages we have built for our website. Register page, and this is our login page. After login, this is the main user dashboard which welcomes user with his or her name. Here you can see it also mentions complete the quiz to unlock more exclusive offers, which it is indicating to complete the quiz. When you have successfully explored the website, added things into wishlist, it will showcase them in this method where you could remove or buy the wishlisted items. And this is the quiz page, which is designed in a way that you could see what are correct and wrong answers also from your attempted questions, and indicates the coupon. It will indicate you with coupon code also, points you have earned with the discount percentage. And if you want to buy jewelry items from wishlist page, you can click on buy, and it will take you to shopping cart, and this is the shopping cart. You can use your coupon over here. By calculating the price, it will show you the final amount, and if you want to proceed to checkout, it will give you an invoice also with a complete amount. If you enter all your billing details, then you successfully book the jewelry item. And coming to milestone 7, it will help you in navigating to explore the items stored in the database. Here what you need to do is simply in Amazon management console, AWS management console, once again go to DynamoDB, click on it, there you will see on left side you can see explore items, and if you find the tables you have created like user table and wishlist table, you can see the things stored in the database in a table format. And congratulations, you have successfully built your website. And coming to conclusion, the Sri Ananda Jewelers virtual jewelry exhibition website provides you an engaging and modern platform for showcasing South Indian wedding jewelry by using Flask for backend development, AWS EC2 for hosting, and DynamoDB for managing user data such as wishlist and quiz results. So the website delivers a seamless and interactive user experience. So the solution allows users to explore jewelry collections, add items to their wishlist, and participate in a quiz to win discount coupons and adding them in a shopping cart and ordering them. The architecture ensuring scalability, reliability, and ease of management, providing Sri Ananda Jewelers with an efficient way to promote their jewelry collections while offering users an informative and personalized shopping experience. So the development on AWS guarantees high availability and smooth operations, enabling the brand to reach a wider audience through its virtual platform. Thank you.